Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll see the important current affairs, but before going into this session, please like and share our videos, join our Telegram channel and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. Do subscribe our YouTube channel, share with all your friends. So students, today we'll see the important headlines. So if you see the headlines today, so first headline, so Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he inaugurated an international airport in Uttar Pradesh. So it was inaugurated in which city? So which country has declared the state of emergency over their crime wave? So crimes have increased in the country. So that is why this country imposed a state of emergency. So which is this South American country? So India, Israel, UAE and USA. So these four countries, they decided to launch a forum. What is the name of the forum? So who was appointed as the ambassador of the Russian Film Festival in India? So who becomes the new chairman of AMFI? And which organization has launched the card tokenization platform NTS? So also NABARD subsidiary NAB Sanrakshan. So it's a subsidiary of NABARD. So they set up a credit guarantee fund trust of how many crores? So who organized the international conference and exhibition Future Tech 2021? What is the rank of India in the Global Food Security Index? And who won the UNESCO's Martial Art Education Prize 2021? And the book titled Stars in My Sky was authored by whom? And finally, Australian popular cricketer, he announced retirement from international cricket. Who is that cricketer? So we'll see about the Paribas Open which was held in Indian Wells in USA. So we need to see the winners in men's title, women's title, mixed men's doubles and women's doubles. We'll check out all the details about the Paribas Open or Indian Wells Open. Okay, it's about the badminton. So next, National Police Commemoration Day was held on which day every year? So first black US Secretary of State, he passed away recently. Who is that personality? And also Sri Lanka's first test captain, he passed away recently. Who is that famous cricketer? So these are all the headlines. Now we'll see in detail all the current affairs. So first current affair for today. So PM Narendra Modi has inaugurated Kushinagar International Airport in Uttar Pradesh. So this Kushinagar Airport was constructed at a cost of 260 crores by Airport Authority of India. So it has the longest runway in Uttar Pradesh state, and this will facilitate domestic and international pilgrims to visit the Mahaparinirvana Sthal of Lord Buddha in Kushinagar. So Kushinagar is a place where Lord Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana, that is rest. Okay, so the final resting place of Gautama Buddha, Mahaparinirvana after his death. So he attained at Kushinagar. So this airport will boost the tourism on the Buddhist circuit, and also it's an international airport which will facilitate the international travel. So first international flight from Colombo, Sri Lanka reached Kushinagar airport with nearly 100 Sri Lankan delegates of Buddhist monks and dignitaries. They reached from Sri Lanka to Kushinagar. So with this, the total number of airports in Uttar Pradesh are now 9. So Uttar Pradesh Governor Anandabhen Patel, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. So remember these points too. Now we'll see international news where Ecuador, so they declared a state of emergency over crime wave. So crimes have increased in the country. So Ecuador President Guillermo Lasso, so he announced a 60-day state of emergency due to the rise in violent drug crimes. So President Lasso, he pointed these crimes were because of drug trafficking and drug consumption. The main reason for increase in murders, home burglary, theft of vehicles and goods and muggings. So muggings means in public places you will do robbery, you will threaten them, you will rob everything from them. So these are the activities, crime activities happening in the country. So a state of emergency was imposed, and under these emergency situations, army and police, they'll work together to carry out arm checks, inspections, 24-hour patrols, drug searches and many other actions. Okay. So Ecuador is a transit country for cocaine which is smuggled from neighboring Colombia and Peru. So Colombia and Peru, they have a lot of drug cartels. So this drug cocaine is being transported from Peru, Colombia to Ecuador, then to Central America, then to USA. So that is why there are a lot of crimes happening because of this. So Ecuador capital Quito, currency dollar, US dollar, they use US dollar, and the vice president is Alfredo Barreiro. So he is the vice president of Ecuador. So please remember. So next international news, where India, Israel, USA and UAE, United Arab Emirates, so they decided to launch Quadrilateral Economic Forum. So Quadrilateral Economic Forum. So this is mainly to establish an international forum for economic cooperation and discuss the possibilities of joint infrastructure projects expanding economic and political cooperation in Middle East and Asia. So they will focus on transportation technology, maritime security, economics, trade, as well as some additional joint projects. So this is the main objective of this Quadrilateral Economic Forum. So let us discuss all the capitals of these countries. USA capital Washington DC, currency US dollar. Israel capital Jerusalem, and Israel currency, I mean mostly they take Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. So currency is Israeli shekel. So UAE capital Abu Dhabi, and UAE currency UAE dirham. Okay, so please remember these points. So now going into appointment news, Imtiaz Ali was appointed the ambassador of Russian Film Festival. So director producer in India, Imtiaz Ali, he was appointed as the ambassador for the Russian Film Festival in India. As a part of this film festival, 10 notable Russian films will be premiered in the Disney Plus Hotstar platform, OTT platform for Indian audience. So between October 16 to November 27. So Russia and India both are cooperating in the field of cinematography through BRICS grouping. You know BRICS grouping, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So through this grouping, India and Russia are cooperating in the field of cinematography. So Russian films which contain popular romance, drama and comedy like Ice, On the Edge, Tell Her, Dr. Lisa, The Relatives, Another Woman, Jetlag, all these movies will be premiered on the Disney Plus Hotstar OTT platform. So it's a first ever online Russian film festival in India, which is organized by Roskino, the Ministry of Culture of Russian Federation, Cinema Fund, Moscow City Tourism Committee, Discover Moscow, Kartina Entertainment and Rosito Niteswa. So all these groups are conducting these film festival in India. Okay, so please remember. So this festival was launched last year 2020, very successful in 14 countries with 200,000 plus viewers. Now it came to India. So please remember Russia capital Moscow, currency ruble. Okay. So now we will see one more appointment. Bala Subramaniam was the elected as the new chairman of AMFI. So the Association of Mutual Funds in India, they elected their new chairman as Bala Subramaniam. He will replace Nilesh Shah, who is the managing director of Kotak Mutual Fund. So Bala Subramaniam currently is the CEO of Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management. Okay, he will be the chairman, and Radhika Gupta will be the vice chairman. So please remember Bala Subramaniam chairman, Radhika Gupta vice chairman. So this Association of Mutual Fund, they are aimed to mainly develop the mutual fund market in India by improving the ethical and professional standards. So they are established in 1995 and headquarters is in Mumbai. Now coming to one more banking news, where NPCI launched a card tokenization platform called NTS, NPCI tokenization system. So this tokenization system is mainly to enhance the safety of customers and provide a seamless shopping experience to the customers. So in this tokenization system, so your card details, your card number, your card name, your CVV number, they will be replaced with a token number. So for security reasons, to protect your personal card data, okay, to protect these card data, we are providing these NPCI tokenization system will provide an alternate code. Okay, so this will protect your card details. So this NTS system will support the tokenization of RuPay cards for an alternate for storing card details with merchants. Okay, so this is about this NPCI tokenization platform called NTS. So here they'll use a technology called the token reference on file service. So this service will help the RuPay card holders to maintain security of their personal data. So with this NTS system, the banks, aggregators, merchants and others, they can get themselves certified with NPCI and they can play the role of a token requester, okay, to help save this token reference number. So your card details will be replaced with this token reference number, and these people, they can act as token requesters. Okay, so very simple. So NPCI headquarter Mumbai, established in 2008. Okay, tokenization is very simple. Just remember your card details will be replaced with a separate unique alternate code. That's it. So let us see business news, where NABARD subsidiary NAB Sanrakshan, so they set up 100,000 crore credit guarantee fund trust. So this is mainly for dedicating credit to the FPOs, farmer producer organizations. Okay, so the Sanrakshan Trustee is a wholly owned subsidiary of NABARD. So this Sanrakshan, so they had a trust deed with the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, and it is registered at Mumbai. So this credit guarantee trust, fund trust, will enhance the credit worthiness of FPOs, farmer producer organizations. It will provide cost effective production and productivity, leading to higher net incomes to the farmers. So this is the main reason for forming this trust, to provide credit to farmer producer organizations. Okay, so let us discuss about NABARD. It's a development bank focusing mainly on rural sector, providing finance for agriculture and rural development, responsible for the development of small industry, cottage industry and any other village or rural project, which is established in 1982, headquarters in Mumbai. So next, summits. CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, CII. So they organized international conference and exhibition called Future Tech 2021. So Future Tech 2021 with the caption, a journey of digital transformation to technology adoption and acceleration. So this conference will be held from October 19 to 27 with a focus, with a theme, driving technologies for building the future we all can trust. So it's the theme for them, driving technologies for building the future we all can trust. So the inaugural session was attended by Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who is the Minister of State for IT, Electronics, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So the particular conference has 5 pillars. So strategy, growth, resilience, inclusiveness and trust. So this conference will serve as a platform for Indian industry and entrepreneurs to understand the technologies, identify the right approach and technologies for the business as well as for B2B partnerships. Okay. So Confederation of Indian Industry is a non-government, not-for-profit, industry-led, industry-managed organization which plays a proactive role in India's development process. They'll create and sustain an environment conducive to development of India through advisory and consultative processes. So they are established in 1895, headquartered in New Delhi. Now coming to ranks and reports, and India has ranked 71st in the Global Food Security Index. So Global Food Security Index was developed by Economist Impact. It's a London-based organization. So they gave Global Food Security Index. Out of 113 countries, India is ranked 71. So with an overall score of 57.2 points, India is ranked at 71st. Pakistan, our neighboring country, at 75th, Sri Lanka at 77, Nepal 79, Bangladesh 84. Okay, so this is the Global Food Security Index. Recently we have seen Hunger Index, now we are seeing Global Food Security Index. So please remember all the indexes, very, very important. So when coming to China, China is a way ahead of India. It's at 34th position. And if you see this important point, India's incremental gain in overall food security score was lagging behind our neighbors Pakistan, Nepal and Bangladesh. So if you see the top rank, Ireland, Australia, UK, Finland, Switzerland, Netherlands, Canada, Japan, France, USA, they shared the top rank and their scores are between 77.8 to 80 points in the index. Okay, so these are all the details about this Global Food Security Index. So this Food Security Index will measure the factors affecting the food insecurity based on 4 main factors and 58 unique food security indicators. So the factors include affordability, availability, quality and safety, natural resources and resilience. So please remember, Global Food Security Index rank India rank 71. So next is awards. So Kung Fu Nuns of Nepal, they won the UNESCO's Martial Arts Education Prize 2021. So the Kung Fu Nuns of the Drukpa order of Buddhism of Nepal, they are mostly present in the Himalayan country Nepal. So for their brave and heroic acts of service and championing the gender equality, they were given this UNESCO Martial Arts Education Prize 2021. So these nuns empower young girls through martial arts to defend themselves, to build confidence and leadership in the community, to take up leadership in the community. So for this, they were given the award. So the award was launched by UNESCO ICM, International Center for Martial Arts for Youth Development and Engagement, to collect and promote good practices of martial arts education. So this was established in 2016 under the agreement between Government of Korea and United States Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. So this particular UNESCO ICM is present in Changju city in South Korea. So these are all the details, so please remember. So now coming into books and authors. So Stars in My Sky. So this book is authored by Divya Datta. So he's a famous artist, national award winner artist. So this book is published by the Penguin Random House India Limited. So in this book, she'll share her experiences with some of the stalwarts of Bollywood, that means top actors of Bollywood, who played a significant role in her film career. So Stars in My Sky by Divya Datta. Okay. So next, coming into sports news, where Australia's cricketer James Pattison, so he announced retirement from international cricket. So he's very upset because he is not present in the Aussies series. So he, because of fitness issues, he is not taken into the team. So he announced his retirement. So he's a fast bowler. So this 31-year-old cricketer, he played nearly 21 tests and 15 ODIs, and he will now continue to play the domestic cricket. So Pattison claims 81 test wickets and 16 ODI scalps in his career, and he made his debut in December 2011 with Mitchell Starc and David Warner against New Zealand in Brisbane. So his last test was against New Zealand in Sydney in January 2020, and last ODI was in 2015 against England at Leeds Stadium. Okay, so these are the details about James Pattison, who announced retirement from international cricket. So now coming into one more sports news. So let us see all the title winners of the 2021 BNP Paribas Open, which was held at Indian Wales, California, USA. So this is also called the Indian Wales Masters title. Okay, so this year is the 47th edition of Men's Open and 32nd edition of the Women's Open. Okay, so men's title is won by Cameron Norrie. It is his maiden title. Women's title went to Paula Badosa, and women's double title went to Elisa Martins and Shazouve, and men's double title went to John Pearce and Philip Polisic. So these are all the winners: men's, women's doubles, and men's doubles. So this Paribas Open was launched in 1974. So Paribas is a French-based national bank. I mean, it's an international bank having operations in all over the world. So they are sponsoring this title. So it is held annually at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden in Indian Wells in California. Okay, so this happens in USA every year. So please remember. Next important day is National Police Commemoration Day is held on 21st October every year. So this day is to mark and remember and honor the brave policemen who laid down their lives in the line of duty. So in 1959, 21st October, 20 Indian soldiers were attacked by Chinese troops in the Ladakh hot spring region, where 10 policemen lost their lives and 7 were injured. So from then onwards, 21st October was observed as the Police Commemoration Day in honor of the martyrs. So this is the reason behind the story behind 21st October. Okay, so please remember 21st October, National Police Commemoration Day. So next is obituaries. So Colin Powell, first black US Secretary of State, he passed away recently. So he's a Republican. So he worked in many Republican administrations. He shaped the American foreign policy in the last years of 20th century and the early years of 21st century. So he died due to COVID-19 complications at the age of 84 years. So he suffered from multiple myeloma, a cancer of plasma cells, and also Parkinson's disease. So he was a professional soldier, later becoming the first black national security advisor, then the youngest and first African American chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff under President Bush. Under Reagan, he was the national security advisor. Later under Bush, he was given the role of Secretary of State, the highest ranking black public official till date. So he passed away recently, Colin Powell. Okay, so please remember. So now coming into one more final current affair for today. So Sri Lanka's first test captain, Bandula Warnapura, so he passed away recently. So he's Sri Lanka's first test captain. So at the age of 68, he passed away due to brief illness. So he's a right-handed batsman. He led the country who faced the first test match against England in 1982, where he also played 3 more test matches and he scored 96 runs with an overall average of 12. He played 12 ODI matches, scoring 180 runs with an overall average of 50. So he passed away recently. So please remember Bandula Warnapura. So first test captain of Sri Lanka cricket team. So quickly we'll revise by using one word key points. So Kushinagar International Airport was launched in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So Ecuador declared state of emergency. India, Israel, UAE and USA, they launched Quadrilateral Economic Forum. Imtiaz Ali is the ambassador of Russian Film Festival. Balasubramaniam, the chairman of Association of Mutual Funds of India. NPCI card tokenization platform is called NTS, NPCI tokenization system. So NAB Samrakshan Credit Guarantee Fund Trust is launched with 1000 crores. So CII launched is conducting international conference and exhibition called Future Tech 2021. So Global Food Security Index India rank is 71. UNESCO Martial Art Education Prize 2021 went to Kung Fu Nuns of Nepal. Stars in My Sky book is authored by Divya Datta. Australia's cricketer, fast bowler James Pattison, he announced retirement from international cricket. So BNB Paribas Open, we discussed all the titles, men's, women's, mixed men's doubles and women's doubles. You need to remember all them. Men's Cameron Norrie, okay, and women is Paula Badusa. Then men's doubles John Pierce and Philip Polasic, and women's doubles Elisa Martins and Sashu Wei. So please remember all the details, very very important. So coming into National Police Commemoration Day observed on 21st October. Colin Powell, first black US Secretary of State, passed away. Bandula Varnapura, Sri Lanka first test captain, he passed away recently. So students, please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join our Telegram channel and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. At 7 p.m, please answer our MCQs in our Telegram channel. So very very important, this will enhance your preparation for all the upcoming bank SSC RRB examinations. So thank you students, we'll meet in the next class.